This is your Professor Ian. This is a short video walking you through using Wakelet, which is a program we're using, a few times this semester. So let me just click on the link that I've added in the instructions for reflection number 3. That will take you to the Wakelet site, wakelet.com. You can sign up. I'm already signed up, so let me just go to log in. I use my school address. Sometimes I use my an old Hotmail email address. But you can also use Google and Facebook if you want to use that. Probably easier. Anyways, there's lots of different ways to sign up. You do have to sign up for an account, but I've never been spammed by them, so it's not so bad. And again, you can use a junk email or your school one, because your school one you won't use in a few years, so it doesn't really matter, right? So anyways, once you've signed up, you can log in. It'll take you to the Wakelet kind of home page. You can see I've made a couple already for other classes. So what you want to do is create a new collection right here. This is what it looks like. It might look different if you're on a different device, of course. So this is what it looks like. Then you want to use the readings from this week and theoi.com. So here is that site. This is a pretty good basic site. It's got good information. It's all well documented where they're getting their stuff, and that's why I'm asking to use this site specifically. It is a fairly decent research site to use for Greek mythology. So let's go to the Olympian gods. You can choose whichever one interests you most, but use one of the main Olympian gods. Okay, this doesn't have Hestia or Hades. Remember those? Those are they're the Olympian gods, but they're not really part of that Olympian family per se. Hades doesn't live with the rest of the gods, right? So, Hestia is barely talked about, even though she's one of the original 6, and she is technically one. She's not usually included in the the 12 Olympian gods. Anyways, you can choose either one of those two if you want. But let's just say Hephaestus. It doesn't matter. I feel like I have a lot in common with Hephaestus, the blacksmith god, the craftsman. So let's go down. There's some good stuff. You can mine this for information. But let's just start with an image. Here we go. So you can just save that image as, right-click and save the image as, and then let's go to desktop. Okay, save that. Right. Come to here. Did I make my new collection? Right. So we can add. There we go. Let's add image. Great. There we go. Now let's give it a title. My God project. I don't know. You can call it whatever you want. You can write a description if you like. You don't have to. So then we've started. Okay. Let's. This is what you do to add items in Wakelet. It's pretty easy. And I've tested this on a phone. It's also easy to use on my iPhone as well. So here we can, what I like to do is add text and then use this for titles. So let's say introduction. And you can, make this bigger. There isn't too much you can do with text size and such. But there we go, introduction. And then I can also add text and then just write, blah, 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 that introduction paragraph. I ask you to write the instructions for the assignment. Right, done. Okay, so introduction, then let's see, what was one of the things I asked you to, origin / parents. That's one of the pieces of information I asked you to find. So let's make that into another heading. Is what I like to do. It makes it easier for your readers to navigate the information if you use headings, right? So here we go. And then blah, 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 blah. I can write that out. And, just go on, answer all the questions. It's very easy to do this. I think it saves automatically. Changes saved, so it's automatically saving as you go along. You can add images too, right? There's all kinds of different things. You can add a URL. I was just adding text there, but you can add YouTube videos, image. You can upload PDFs. So if you find a research source, and this is going to come in handy later in the semester. But right now, basically, text is what you want to use. If you want to add some images, that's great. Especially, you get into, I mean, in fact, I ask you to find one classical representation of your figure, so you could add that as well. Okay, so you can add all these different things. It's a pretty easy program to use. One thing though is make sure up here in the top right, on my screen anyways, you set it to public. That way everybody can see it. Okay, and then let's say I'm done. Now I have my project. Obviously yours is going to be longer than this. Then I can share it. What you want to do when you submit your assignment this week is just cut and paste, copy that link, and save it through Canvas, right? So that wherever that submit button will be for you up at the top right or whatever, click on that and then just send me the link, and that's totally fine. Okay, just send me that link and I can go look at it myself. Or I guess you could export as PDF, but the link is totally fine. I can just cruise over there myself and take a look at your collection, your Wakelet project. And the point of this is just to try something a bit different, but also to give you practice using this program, which we're going to use a few times, and to start doing some research in outside sources. Okay, so that's about it. If you have any problems with Wakelet or anything else, please do email me right away. Okay, thank you very much.